I've been trying to record this video for so long now, and I just don't know if I can get it straight. It's so hard because there's so much going on and so much that's actually really complex, and I feel like a lot of stuff that has been building up to this one thing, or building up to things like this, and that is last year on the 3rd of December, Henry got stabbed. And when the police arrived, they found him behind a car in between a house wall, right? And Henry would go on to say that he can't breathe and that he has been stabbed. And the police go, well, I don't think you have, mate. And they kind of drag him out. And, you know, they put cuffs on him, even him repeatedly saying, I can't breathe, I've been stabbed. And you can hear him go in and out of consciousness. He is damaged in some way. And they just have so much lack of care for him. Anyway, after they cuff him, they do somewhat of a check. Very, very rubbish check, by the way. And as they're reading him his rights, Henry dies. It's a very, very sad, so sad. The body cam footage of the police officer is available and it's everywhere. You can watch it and decide for yourself what you think. But what I really think is that the police that responded to that event handled everything absolutely horribly. The police are supposed to be, not biased. They're supposed to be in the middle. They're supposed to be there for everyone, to protect everyone. And so you're coming in to a place where they've been told racial abuse is happening. So you should know that one is done a bad thing, or maybe, again, it's alleged, right? And also when someone says they've been stabbed, you should also take the same care, right? The same care that you believe that he's done a racial, or you may think that he's done something racial or said something racial. You should also believe when the opposing person said, I have been stabbed and I cannot breathe. You should believe both at the same time, whilst being in the middle. Anyway, the police handled it absolutely horrifically. I don't think I really need to say too much on the matter. You can just watch the footage and tell that they did a crap job. Now the media and politicians are having an absolute field day with this, because they don't see it like me and you. They don't see an innocent person dying. They don't see the police doing a bad job. What they see is a white boy and a brown boy, regardless of anything else. They can take that and they can use it for their agenda. They can use it to push whatever they want. And they know that when they do this, when they relate it to other things, they draw similarities from other really bad events. They know that they can win people over. They know they can push them in a certain direction, even if they fully don't understand what's actually happened. The murderer was a part of the Sikh community. And let me tell you right now, the Sikh community has some of the most lovely and most nice people you'll ever meet. They are so mellow and they're just so nice. So don't let one person within that group corrupt the rest of that group for you, even if a politician or a media is pushing that agenda. Because it's bull. The murderer stands alone on what he done. Just because he was a Sikh means nothing, right? If he went to a knitting club, you think everyone in that knitting club is also a murderer, or also that kind of egg? No, come on man, don't be silly. Don't be swayed by politicians and media for their own gain, for what they want. I think I'm going to leave it here with a little bit of what his dad said. And his dad spoke so beautifully, like absolute gold. He said it's not a case of divide, it's not a case of religion, it's a case of knife crime. I think 100% it is to do with knife crime. And unfortunately, like the old saying goes, one person ruins it for the rest, right? Because, again, as I said, in my experience, people of the Sikh community are honestly some of the sweetest people ever. And they hold their kipan. I think over the next few years, it's going to become a very big topic whether they can hold it or not. For me personally, I don't think anyone should be holding a knife. At the same time, it's upsetting because I know it can mean a lot to some people to hold that. And I can empathize and understand it. But I hope that they can also empathize and understand that a full-on ban of knives of any certain length should be banned and no one should hold it. And I think the majority will go, okay, we get it, we understand. It's just unfortunate one ruined it for the others. It sucks. Knife crime is such a big thing in England, and some of it needs to be done about it. But I'll tell you now, division and blaming is not the way to go about. It's just trying to see the problems, try to find out why we are literally stabbing each other constantly, and then trying to fix those problems. That's the solution. Not just to blame or to fearmonger or cold rage response. That's not the way. That's never, ever been the way. So let's not stop that. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.